Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something right at the heart of, well, modern manufacturing. It's called a manufacturing execution system, or MES. And we're specifically zeroing in on Infor's take on this.
Yeah, that's right. And our mission today for this deep dive is really to get past the jargon. We want to understand what Infor's MES actually is, how it works inside a factory, and crucially, why it matters, why it's so important for making operations better and staying competitive.
Right. So let's maybe start at the beginning. For anyone new to this, what is an MES? A manufacturing execution system. Why should they care? It does sound like maybe another complex system to add on top of everything else.
That's fair. It can't sound that way. Think of it like this. Most businesses have an ERP system, right? For the big picture stuff, orders, finance, planning.
Yeah, the high-level view.
Exactly. Now, the MES, it operates right on the factory floor. It's like the real-time conductor for everything happening in production. It's the link between that high-level plan and the actual work, the machines, the people.
Ah, okay. The conductor.
Yeah. It's making sure what's supposed to happen is actually happening and, happening efficiently and correctly.
A real-time conductor. So it's about getting a grip on the nuts and bolts of production, like as it happens.
Precisely. Its main job is tracking and managing that whole production process, from raw materials coming in all the way to the finished product going out, real time. It watches the machines, monitors what operators are doing, manages the workflows, all to make sure things are on time, compliant, and, well, efficient.
Okay.
And this immediate view means manufacturers can react super fast if something goes wrong.
Like a machine problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or a quality issue. It helps maintain quality, meet customer demands. If a machine starts making bad parts, the MES can flag it instantly.
Right, before he makes thousands of them.
Exactly. Avoids that whole cascade effect.
Okay, so that's the basic idea of an MES. Now, Infor specifically, what makes their solution different? I imagine it's a busy market out there.
It is. And what's interesting with Infor is they seem to be pushing beyond just collecting data, just recording what happened. Their system is really focused on providing actionable intelligence.
Actionable intelligence.
Yeah. Insights you can actually use, tailored for modern manufacturing complexities, whether that's, discrete stuff like assembling parts or process manufacturing like chemicals or food.
Okay, actionable. Not just data, but what to do with it. Can you give an example? How does that actually work?
Sure. Let's take real-time production visibility. A lot of older systems, maybe they give you a report at the end of the shift or the next day.
Right, looking backwards.
Yeah. Infor's MES, it gives you live dashboards for operators, for supervisors. It's like having a live heartbeat monitor for your production line.
Okay.
These dashboards show performance right now. Bottlenecks forming, quality issues popping up. Instantly. We heard about one place they put this in and saw, I think it was a 15% drop in downtime in the first month.
Wow.
Just because they could see and react to small stops immediately, not find out hours later.
15% just from knowing sooner. That's pretty significant. What else? What other key things does Infor's MES do?
Another really strong one is digital work instructions. Traditionally, factories use paper instructions.
Yeah, binders full of paper, sometimes laminated.
Exactly. And they get outdated or smudged or people interpret them differently. Infor's MES puts interactive visual instructions right on the operator's screen. It can show diagrams, even videos, step-by-step guides. It makes sure the job gets done right consistently every time, which, cuts down errors massively. And it makes training new people way faster. There was a medical device maker, complex stuff. They got almost zero defects from new staff right after putting this in.
It's huge for quality and efficiency.
Okay.
And traceability is always a big deal, especially in some industries. How does Infor's handle that?
Right. Quality and traceability tools are, they're baked right in. It's not like quality is a separate step you do at the end.
Integrate.
Yeah, it's part of the workflow. And it provides full end-to-end traceability. You can take any finished item and trace it all the way back. Which batch of materials, which machines, even which operator worked on it.
Wow.
That level of detail is obviously critical for regulations and audits, but also imagine a recall.
Yeah, huge headache.
With this, you can pinpoint the exact problem source in minutes, maybe, instead of recalling everything. Think food safety, for instance. That's massive.
That detailed traceability, that must provide a lot of peace of mind for everyone involved.
Definitely.
Okay, so it helps react to problems and ensure quality. But what about proactively getting better, improving operations over time?
Good question. That's where the advanced analytics and KPIs come in. KPIs, key performance indicators. The system automatically tracks these really important metrics, things like OEE, overall equipment effectiveness.
OEE, right. Heard of that. It tells you how productively you're using your equipment time.
Exactly. Availability, performance, speed, quality output. It factors all that in. It also tracks downtime, cycle times, yield, all the crucial stuff.
Yeah.
By watching these numbers, seeing the trends, manufacturers get a really deep understanding of where the opportunities are.
Right.
Where they can optimize.
Mm-hmm.
It helps shift from just, fighting fires.
Reacting.
To actually proactively improving, continuous improvement.
So always aiming higher, not just fixing what's broken. Makes sense. And what about access? We live in a connected world. Mobile, cloud.
Yeah, they built it to be mobile and cloud enabled, which is pretty important today. So you can access the system on different devices, tablets on the floor, laptops in the office.
Right.
And deployment's flexible too. You can run it on your own servers, on premise, or use the cloud. Depends on the company's needs, size, IT setup. That flexibility is key, really. Makes it suitable for lots of different manufacturers.
Okay, so we've got a pretty clear picture of what Infor's MES is, what it does, the key features. Let's talk bottom line. What are the actual tangible business benefits a manufacturer could realistically expect?
Well, there are several hitting key areas. First off, usually a pretty significant increase in operational efficiency.
Yeah.
That comes from getting rid of manual data entry, less paper shuffling, reducing that unplanned downtime because you see issues sooner, and just optimize the production flow with real-time info. Often means more output with the same resources, sometimes even fewer.
Efficiency gains, always good.
Yeah.
What about product quality itself?
Yeah, improved product quality is another big one.
Yeah.
Because quality checks are built in and you have tighter control over every step.
Right.
You just naturally see fewer defects,
Yeah.
less rework needed. And those digital work instructions really help with consistency, which boosts quality too.
Fewer defects, less rework. It definitely saves money. And speed, getting products out the door faster.
Yes, faster time to market. That's a critical edge.
Yeah.
Better planning, fewer unexpected delays because you see problems coming. The whole production process just becomes smoother, more streamlined. So companies can respond quicker to customer orders, market changes. They become more agile.
More agile, more responsive.
Right.
Okay. And how does all this data affect, the bigger strategic decisions?
That leads straight to better decision making.
Yeah.
Management isn't relying on guesswork or old reports anymore. They have accurate, real-time data, powerful analytics.
Facts, not feelings.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It lets them make informed choices about production targets, resource use, even long-term strategy, all based on what's actually happening.
And the last piece, you mentioned compliance earlier. Regulations, audits, always a challenge. How does the MES help there?
That's a huge help. Stronger compliance and audit readiness. The system automatically captures and stores all that critical production data. Securely, accessibly.
Right.
So when the auditors come, whether it's regulatory or customer audit, getting the information is suddenly much, much simpler and faster. Less stress, fewer errors, makes staying compliant much easier to manage.
So wrapping it up then, Infor's MES, it's really more than just a window onto the factory floor, isn't it? It sounds like a tool for actively managing, controlling, and continuously improving the whole operation.
That's exactly it. In today's manufacturing world, tight margins, high customer expectations, you need that edge. Infor's MES offers more than just visibility. It gives you real control, faster responses, and ultimately just better business results.
Sounds like a powerful set of capabilities for any manufacturer really looking to step up their game. Makes you think about the potential hiding in plain sight in a lot of factories.
It really does.
Yeah.
And maybe for you listening right now, it raises a question. How could having that kind of real-time data, those connected systems, how could that fundamentally change how you even think about your own factory floor? What new possibilities for optimization might it unlock that you haven't even considered yet? It's potentially a very different way of seeing things.